My name is Patrick Harris. I am a middle school humanities teacher in Birmingham, Michigan. I also am the founder and executive producer of Good Trouble Media, which produces content on hidden stories within the education system. Clubhouse is a new social media app that is audio only. I know that we're used to a lot of social media apps like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, right, that are very visual, but this app is different. It really minimizes that visual aspect and really amps up the audio format. And so it is comprised of a hallway that is filled with rooms, with people having conversations in real time. And so you are literally on stage where you're having the conversation with the moderator and with other panelists, or you are in the audience just strictly listening. So think like podcasting, but happening in real time. And what makes it awesome for educators is that you're able to widen your network, right? Like it's not the same algorithm as Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, right? Like you're able to host conversations and participate in conversations with educators all across the country and all across the world. Right? I remember having a conversation on standardized testing, and someone from London popped in, somebody who's teaching in Colombia popped in as well, right? And so these people who you would normally not have access to, you're able to connect with them, and not just connect with them, but talk to them, like being on the phone with somebody, right? Like that is in such an intimate setting. It's so revolutionary to me. Well, it's definitely widened my perspective, and it has, in some cases altered my viewpoint on some issues, right? Like I'm thinking about standardized testing or, supporting Black male educators, right? Like I understand my experience and my context living in the United States, right? But when you hear the experiences of Black male educators in London, or Black male educators in Dubai, or Black male educators in Colombia, it really pushes you, right? Like as a teacher, right? It has helped me to grow my network, and it has helped me to kind of widen my viewpoint on some key education issues. Yeah, so Clubhouse is comprised of clubs, right? So people create in clubs that are solely based on interest. And so you can join the club or you can follow a club. I'm a part of the Urban Educators group. There's a Teachers Lounge group. There are tons of groups, right, that are solely based on interest. And so those clubs host rooms that people can come in to have those audio only conversations. One of my favorite kind of rituals is there's a teacher, I believe on the East Coast, who hosts a lunch hour, right, at 12 o'clock. And so teachers on their lunch break, if you're free at 12, can jump on the Clubhouse app and we just check in, right? Like, how y'all doing today? What y'all teaching? And we can problem solve some of those issues that we're having in the middle of the day. We can just laugh and talk. We can process some things that are happening in real time. And so, yeah, it's definitely a way to connect and to widen your network and to make personal friends as well. I think the majority of us as educators are really about affirming each other in such a trying time. Our teaching profession seems to be under attack more than usual. And so we have sort of utilized the Clubhouse space to do two things. One, to just affirm the work that we are doing as teachers, right? Like we are saying, look, the work that you're doing in the midst of a pandemic, online teaching, remote learning, in person, dealing with these politicians and their lack of response to our needs as professionals, like let me just affirm you in that space. I hosted a room called Dream Bigger, the end of standardized testing, which is very relevant at this moment. And we had a discussion about teachers' experiences with standardized tests, right? And what truly is the alternative for them. And we came up with a lot of solutions. And what that led me to think about was, can we create some sort of action research project to try something new? And so I was able to recruit educators from the Clubhouse app to develop an action research project that is testing how performance-based assessments could be a more holistic approach to standardized testing, right? And so like that's a real grassroots thing that happened from the Clubhouse app that could have some true systemic change in education in the near future.